Wow, wow, wee, wow.
That is a wow, wow, wee, wow.
Ooh, wee.
Bodhi on the Alice.
We're kicking off the final day of the group stage here in MSC at EWC 2026 with all elimination matches, starting off with Team Spirit coming from a loss and Guangzhou coming from a win. Who will get it this time around? Let's see here in game number 1. Mirko, I feel like the team fights for this game are looking to be pretty long between these drafts.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. It really is going to be a lot of back and forths here for both the team, Spirit and Guangzhou Gaming. Spirit, at least it's more of the Spirit we know coming into this matchup, right?
Yeah.
It's also Spirit finally leaning into the meta for the mid lane. For the most part, I think the first 2 matches of Team Spirit, it just looks so weird for Sunset Lover because he's always been placed on heroes like the Valentina, evading away from the meta Eudora.
Yeah, and now the Valentina's on the other side, which might just go down here. Quick rotations from Spirit. That's an early first blood.
And that's exactly why you want a Eudora with you when you have a Hirara, right? Like, I mean, people have been talking smack on the Eudora because of a certain few matches yesterday, Onyx and TL notably. That's why you still pick it up though. It enables the assassins so well just by bursting them down. Pull yourself together though. That's a bit new, the Master Assassin for Sai, and Hiko's actually taking a Festival of Blood on the Brody instead of trying to bully the laner on the Brody. All right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
The fighter emblems were something we're kind of really seeing now in the gold lane, but I guess there's been a bit more sustain to be expected here for Hiko, considerably, as someone who could likely be targeted every now and then. There's just so much backline potential, honestly, from Guangzhou. You take a look at their lineup, there's just so much ways for them to go for the backlines, even through either recall or, let's say, a setup from Modi on the Alice once again on the team fight later on. But let's see, it's the first turtle already up, and all 4 members of Guangzhou already positioned themselves up here.
Zara's already going to be able to get level 5 here from this Lizard. Gets level 5, reset on the neutral objective as well. Side with the rotation first, clears out in the bottom lane, now into the mid lane he goes. Hiko's going to be late to this rotation, Bomb up, falling star to the back, recall, still with the red tree, Zara nowhere to be seen. So waiting for the right moment, and Team Spirit will give over this neutral objective.
Wow. No one went down there. I mean, Sai was there too, but I guess they weren't really able to deal with Sawo nor Kid Bomba first. A lot of their resources were used at the exact same time. So I guess it pretty much really boiled down to who really got the red tree in that scenario. It was clearly Guangzhou Gaming who got the better of them. So now they don't necessarily have the advantage, but I think it's somehow working out. So far, they did lose one in the process, but that's the thing. I don't think there have been any direct trades as much just yet. Team Spirit seem to be the more proactive ones despite everything that's happened so far.
And I like their understanding of win conditions here in this game, right?
Yeah.
Their composition, yes, is very good at team fighting, but Guangzhou Gaming have kind of like hunkered down for the neutral objectives of the composition. Bomba's though, falling Star Moon by Bomba. Needs to get that skill 1. Good stun from Sunset Lover. Even an ultimate. Zauer, already using a dash, won't go in on Xig. Knows there's a lot more lockdown that Guangzhou Gaming can provide. And again, for Team Spirit, it's all about just understanding the win condition and taking a chill pill, not going too crazy, building upon their already winning lanes and waiting for their mid-game power spike to hit.
Yeah, and they have really great use of their resources as well, despite them occasionally having to use it defensively. And you know how they pretty much understand their timings and win conditions, as you mentioned. They didn't necessarily force a re-engage after that. They knew what had to be done, and they just wanted to protect each other and set up for the upcoming objective. As long as they don't let go of this lead, things are looking to be great for them, even if it seems like it's not that much at this point. But you need at least see that they understand their timings. So we see the movements right now. There has to be a very careful transition towards this objective because Guangzhou are controlling the mid as much as they can.
Yes, how we're gonna get chunked as well. Has revitalized, but I don't think he wants to use it just now. Sai gonna try to go for the burst down, and it's instant recall with Retribution. Now the Wrath of the Giant lands onto the stun as well. Connecting in the back as Sour walks up, Bomba with the flicker, finding the damage on Xing as Sour walks up, and the knockout strike comes around. Throne of Ruin locks 3 members, but Sour is still right there with the rest of the team. Revitalized kept Team Spirit safe, so again it's Guangzhou Gaming with the neutral objective, Spirit with the winning team fight.
And it seems like the lead just ballooned for Spirit rather than Guangzhou, just because of the amount of kills that they got, and now they might be the ones to be rotating towards bot lane first. Oh!
Crazy damage! Oh my god, through the wall! Hiko lands the shot, and Mei just got bursted.
They don't get the third, but that was a statement right there from Team Spirit. Now it's a 2K gold lead. Modi already down to half HP. And they've just solidified their lead and advantage here in the bottom lane. I think they're really taking control of the sides. And as much as you're seeing really careful movements from their mid, it's understandable, it's warranted. And they're not losing out on too much. Czar Egoist, it probably isn't as the most aggressive Hirara just yet, but you understand that they're also waiting for the right timings for them to find the engage. And the sides are just doing a spectacular job at holding down this early game.
And again, if you guys are still, kind of confused on how the Eudora works, that ball lightning second skill, the stun, it has reduced magic defense up against opponents. So even tanky boys like Mei on the Grok, they're gonna fall, especially when the Thunder's Wrath comes around together with Hiko on the Brody, who's munching on turrets. There you go. Oh, Sawa gonna be initiated on Bomba, gonna be caught as well. Wrath of the Dryad lands though on all of them. Still the burst comes through. Both frontliners taken down for the turret up top as Sunset is able to get away. Trying to go for the stun right now is Zaur and Hiko. We'll have to respect this. Guangzhou Gaming finally get on the board for kills.
Yep, I was about to say, Guangzhou, it seems like their lineup has to be really up front. They have to close in their opponents. Oh no, Hiko. Okay, he's gonna get out of that. But at least for Guangzhou, every single time, that can be a problem for them, but that can also be something they take advantage of. The fact that they are very melee, they have to go in. If you see them synced up, then I think when they fight on their terms, everything works out. But when Team Spirit actually make use of these combos, you see the Eudora, you see the Hirara, the burst potential is there alongside even Hiko, then that kind of changes the tempo. Oh, hold on.
You see the instant respect there. Sunset did not have the Thunder's Wrath up. Now it's back, but earlier it wasn't. Exing had to respect Zaur Egoist and Sunset Lover straight up with a flicker. And again, for Spirit, it's all about utilizing the space that they made with this composition through these individual lanes. Guangzhou Gaming, they've gotten a few picks here and there. They got the neutral objective, all three of the neutral objectives, but they're just not able to convert on any of the structural objectives, and that's why Team Spirit are the ones still controlling the map. They're the ones holding these positions.
I feel like they do get the wins in the objectives. They start things off. They're the ones who actually engage against Team Spirit. But what happens after that is the question. They're not able to sustain or fight for long, as opposed to what we were expecting from them. Oh, hold on, Kid Bomba though.
Flickers out of the barrier. That's gonna be the ball lightning. Now a Sunset Lover has to flicker out of Throne of Ruin. Sawo trying to look for the taunt now. Walks up onto Modi. Hiko's right there as well to put ton stacks down on Modi. But it's a slow game that Spirit want to play, and Guangzhou Gaming can't really force the issue, at least not right now.
They're so careful. Spirit are just like so patient about this.
But Guangzhou Gaming have baited out two big battle spells, right?
Yeah.
Sunset and Kid Bomba, they're very vulnerable to that instant engage now.
That can be an opening. We're seeing the first Lord spawn here in this game. It's Spirit actually starting it out with Kid Bomba once again.
Wow.
Just trying to get the information.
Yep.
But that's not where Guangzhou are trying to come from. They will actually find a bit of their way through. Modi already taking hold of that bush as well alongside Mei here in the right mid. But I think it's still tough for Recall. Recall has to have other people to tank either the crowd control or the burst damage that'll come from Team Spirit before he could just freely go in. And speaking of burst...
Whoa, the taunt lands as well. Bomba trying to capitalize on the ball lightning. Magic reduced. Oh, Samo in the bush. Finds the Wrath of the Dryad. Throne of Ruin and the flicker now coming down as Xing is able to walk up, and now he's going to get caught as well. By the stun, by the stack side with the pickup out to Sour Ego is Mahiko. Finds a trade in exchange. It's a 1-for-1 jungle for Rome. Guangzhou Gaming walking out with the winning trade.
And that's the sacrifice they were looking for. Mei had to tank the first damage, and that's when Guangzhou, alongside Modi and even Xing with the IMU Wrath of Dryad, decided to go in, going for the re-engage against Team Spirit. And we're taking a look at it right now in the replay. That was a great two-man setup provided to us by Modi, but the follow-up from Xing, I feel, was really what made a big difference. And now Recall's free to take the objective.
Uh-oh. Thunder's Wrath comes down. Guangzhou Gaming, they get the neutral objective and they back away instantly. Team Spirit are just getting outplayed around these team fights.
I'd like to think that the way they bursted down Mei was probably to them an opening, because you take down one of the front lines, but it didn't work out the way they expected it to. Now it's a tier 1 potentially falling down to the hands of Guangzhou Gaming. Spirit are not even able to defend it up close. It's just Sawo and Kid Bomba standing in front of them. There's just too much threat of backline. Although Modi doesn't have the flicker, but they'll just have to give up on this tier 1.
Team Spirit's structural advantage gone with one Lord. Guangzhou Gaming with a sweep on the tier 1s. Down below, mid, and up above, all gone, as Guangzhou Gaming will look to capitalize on his Lord advantage a bit more with the tier 2 up top. Xing, Bloodwings, Recall. With a bit of poke on Sawo, Bomba. Just 2 on the Falling Star Moon. Baits out the Wrath of Dryad as well, as Mei is going to be able to look for the airborne now on Bomba. Sawo with the pick. Sour Ego is the iframe. Sawo going to be taken very low, bursted out. Now it's Hiko's torn apart memory. Over, now it's Sour walking up as well. Hiko on the board with the stacks on the Sky Piercer. Sour walks up, but he cannot chase. Guangzhou Gaming instantly with the retreat after losing their XP. Sunset doesn't have the Thunder's Wrath.
They lost out on so much turrets. Guangzhou Gaming, the way that they've been playing this, at this point we don't really see any lead between the two teams anymore. They've closed out the gap that's been existing, and we're looking at the replay just now. It looked like a fight that they still wanted to take. Modi actually found some setups here and there, but Sai had to focus down on Sawo, and that was a lot of time. That was a Belleric who definitely took a bit too much of their attention, and so they just probably really had to settle with that, also trading Modi in the process, but it's still a huge advantage for Guangzhou Gaming nonetheless. You see a lot of turrets already taken down, and them starting to transition into a playstyle where it feels like they're just guarding all around Sai, who's already 3-0 on a carry, and looking like a massive threat now that we're approaching the 12-minute mark of the game. So it's surprising to us, I feel, to see Spirit in this situation again, because I feel like entering this matchup, considering the matchup, you would really consider that the underdogs would be over to Guangzhou, but it's another potential upset all over again.
At this point, the upset would be if Spirit wins, right? It's the favorite teams losing out. That would be the real upset after yesterday's outcome. Oh my god, I mean, you're right. Guangzhou Gaming also have great scaling now. Team Spirit are going to have to look for those creative angles. Sawo again with the opening. On the Revitalize on Belleric, though, you just lose out on so much proactivity, right?
I agree.
It's just all about reacting to your opponents. It comes down to Bomba making the plays on the Esmeralda, and that's certainly very difficult with a carry on the hands of Guangzhou Gaming.
Yeah, it's like hopefully Sawo lasts long enough so that they can find some other angles around the team fights as long as Sai has his attention on him. But that's the thing. Will their targeting change? That's the ultimate already used by Sunset Lover.
But a flicker burned out by Xing. Tectonic charge on the Throne of Ruin, misses Hiko by just a bit. Sawo able to go in, and now it's going to be Sour walking up, capitalizing on the flicker, already used up, now the Purify burned by Sai. They're going to go for the retreat. Sour with the steal. Bumble with the flicker in forward, and Sour still able to survive as Hiko picks up another. It's a Mega already for Hiko as he looks to go for more stacks on the Sky Piercer. Finally, a team fight win for Team Spirit.
Guangzhou still wanted to fight that, even though Team Spirit clearly already took down one. And we're in really great position to go for the contest. No one was really watching out for Zar Ego. His recall too, I feel like he was kinda split between having to fight back and just focusing on the objective. Oh, the damage, yep. You can see it already, especially through Sai.
That burst is nothing you can ignore, man. For Guangzhou Gaming, they really gotta be decisive with the plays. One wrong move from Mei, and you can see the punish instantly. You need to find these tech charges on these vulnerable targets.
Yep.
if you miss it by just a pixel, which happened earlier, Modi couldn't capitalize on the tech charge. Sunset on recall with that burst, forcing him to back away. Now it's a 4v2 up top as they're trying to get this base turret down. But Spirit will respect Guangzhou Gaming. They've built up the lead back to where it was all the way in the early game, and they're going to be happy with that. Whoa, Berserker's Fury for Hiko on the Brody.
Okay, as I was saying, I was supposed to say, Guangzhou, at least you saw from that last team fight their understanding of who needs to be targeted in this current part of the game, right? It felt like they were just trying to focus down on Hiko. That was a setup attempt from Mei. There was follow-up from Modi. But Hiko was just a bit too quick to react as well. The fact that he is already 4-0 as well is not looking as good with the Malefic Gun pickup and the Sky Piercer. I think he is going to be a bigger problem right now for Guangzhou. On top of the fact that Zar Egoist seems to be a bit too free as well in just trying to find these targets. Right now, Guangzhou, we understand the idea, but the execution has to be more precise. If they really want to go for Hiko, you gotta land those skills.
And if they don't land those skills, Zao, I mean, even if they do, Zao can just go untargetable. That's one, right?
Yeah.
But if they do get him, Hiko's a big problem now. I'd love to see the items. Berserker's Fury? What? You do a bit of true damage now, so I guess it's good for the shred on these very tanky boys up front. But usually when you want to shred, you go for like DHS, right? So I'm wondering what the Berserker's Fury is all about. I'm gonna have to catch him later on and try to ask him about this Berserker's Fury.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of interesting choices here. Oh, but that's Conceal. Winter Crown pickup available also for Modi. I think there's another Conceal coming in too.
All right, just Conceal for Conceal there, a trade already. Good damage on Modi. Bottom lane, slow pushing for Mr. Hiko. Great for Team Spirit. They know Guangzhou Gaming can't send anybody down below. They're gonna have to stick, and that means this base turret will be the next forced error for Team Spirit against Guangzhou.
Okay, at least Xing has the Wrath of Dryad again, but they have to layer their skills really, really well. You see the buffs already on side. You understand what they're trying to play around, but it's a burst from Guangzhou.
They wanna go straight for it. Thrown a Ruin, lands on nobody. Wrath of the Dryad from Sawo. Now it's a stun and the Sky Piercer goes through. He bursts him down. Recall with a Retry Witness. Now Sauer walks up and he dodges away from the untargetable already. Sawo enemies of it all. Sunset walking out. Hiko with a jump again. With a double already. Jumps on side and gets bursted down. Oh my goodness. Before he gets shut down, he finds the last hit with a fadeaway. Recall all alone against two. Zara with the chase is Recall. Gets into the bush. Zara with the chase again. He doesn't have the stacks, but he's going to be able to walk up with a killing spree again. It's Sunset with a walk. Sauer gets the killing spree. And they get rid of the last member of Guangzhou Gaming.
Oh my goodness. I think we have to see that team fight one more time. Just to understand the entire sequence and process. We take a look into the replay, and yes, the Throne of Ruin didn't land, but also we saw the exact same scenario all over again. It was just Guangzhou trying to deal with members of Team Spirit 1 at a time. It was Sawo first, but even Sawo, it took a while for him to go down, and all the while they were trying to burst down these front lines. Hiko was just there. He was just throwing out all these long-range basic attacks, and no one from Guangzhou was ready to answer back.
Did you see that damage? No wonder he went Berserker's Fury. It was the True and the Sky Piercer. True damage from Berserker's Fury and the Sky Piercer working in tandem. Executing Sai with a quarter of health with one basic attack. Hey, he might be onto something, this Hiko boy.
Yeah, how many stacks could he possibly have, right? If he's 7 kills, we're not entirely sure if he got the Sky Piercer even before he got all these kills. Okay, it's 42. It's 42 right now. Not looking so bad, but
oh my god,
this is terrifying. Because at this point, you see the damage of a single basic attack.
What happened to his Berserker's Fury?
Oh, it's an immortality now.
I guess he sold it for the immo.
Yeah.
That's a very weird build. Heptasee's Haas Claws. Did he sell it for the Haas Claws or did he sell it for...
No, he had the Haas Claws.
He buys the Berserker again. Oh, throwing a Ruin on Asawo. Falling Summons to the back line now with the Wrath of Dryad as well to peel, but Bomba's able to flicker out as Hiko puts in those stacks. Sour with the walk up again. It's going to be the winner crown from Modi to try to stay alive. Hiko missed that first skill. Couldn't get the torn apart memory. Now again, I want to see the items.
Okay.
What did he sell for the Berserker's Fury again? Did he sell the immo or the boots now? No, he has immo, so it's the boots. Or is it the Haas Claws?
Because I think he had the Haas Claws even a couple minutes ago.
Wait,
oh, wait.
It's gone again. What? Wait, I don't get it.
Wait, he sold...
Boots, and then he bought Berserkers, but it's gone again. Is this a visual bug or is it actually gone? Did he misclick?
What is he going for now?
I got no clue, but like, he bought Berserker's Fury twice this game.
And he hasn't replaced it with anything just yet. Maybe we see it come in... maybe in a bit?
I am so confused.
Okay, yeah, it's actually the build.
Yeah, and what? Where is it? Where is the... I want to see the Berserker's Fury.
He's probably looking to pick up something.
Did he sell the Berserkers by mistake? Oh god. Oh, he sells it for the win of nature. There you go, Sawo. For the walk-up burst down on Lord, straight up with the carry and Team Spirit.
Yep.
We were too busy with the items. Maybe Spirit was as well.
Yeah. Guangzhou, I think the game plan worked this time. The fact that they went for Sawo first, but that was when they were off guard. They were caught off guard. Spirit were not able to respond. They were not ready, and they just barely had their members nearby to actually engage in a full-out punish against Guangzhou. So the moment that they were actually able to take that pick off, that was such quick movement from Guangzhou. 20 minutes into this game, we still don't know what the next pickup is going to be. The Immortality gets swapped with the Malefic Gun again for Hiko.
Okay, I think there's a bug there because he also bought Wind of Nature, but it just shows 5 items. Oh, there you go.
Okay,
there you go. Okay, so he's had the Berserker's Fury. Yeah, that was just so weird. But okay, Wind of Nature. He sold the boots for the Wind of Nature. Now we know for sure.
Okay, I think this is the final answer right now. I doubt there will be any swaps from this point onwards, not unless we see the Wind of Nature actually getting used. Oh, Kid Bomba, that was really far positioning you see from him. Team Spirit, this is 21 minutes, Mirko.
This is very scary. Sour gets caught by the barrier. Lord, Evolve, charging into that top side already. Thrown of Ruin, and the Blinker catches Hiko! Oh, he just gets wiped instantly! Side bursting him down. Sour gets caught by a tech charge. Time to perfection. Sour bursts it down. Bomba and Sunset left to defend against an Evolved Lord. Guangzhou Gaming strike first.
Such precise targeting and focus onto Hiko.